Thank you, Leanne. Time for sports here on ABC 22. I'm sports director Nathan Baker. An instant classic was not expected, but Ohio State and Michigan sure did deliver one. Ann Arbor was the site for one of the best games in this rivalry's history, and the Buckeyes prevailed. They're unbeaten. I don't know how. It was a shootout from start to finish. Buckeyes down 14-7 when Braxton Miller finds a seam, and the Wayne boy does the rest. 153 yards rushing, tied a career high with 3 rushing touchdowns. But in the second, things get chippy. Dontre Wilson gets into a big fight with the Wolverines. They rip off his helmet. Keep your eye at the bottom. Number 1 throwing punches. So did his teammate, OSU's Marcus Hall. Both key players, both ejected, along with 1 Michigan player. Refs say possible suspensions shouldn't be an issue, but that set the tone. In the second half, Braxton to Jeff Hireman, 35-21 Bucks. But Devin Gardner and Michigan rallied. Gardner up top to Jake Butt, and the game is tied. But Ohio State responds almost too fast. They march right down. Carlos Hyde had a career day. 226 yards rushing. That's a record for a Buckeye against Michigan. But Michigan responds. 30 seconds left. Devin Gardner to Devin Funchess, and he catches it. Michigan down 1 point. Brady Hoke says, let's go for 2. Let's go for the win. That's a big decision. Gutsy call. And it almost pays off, if not for Tyvis Powell picking off what would have been the game-winning pass. Ohio State 42-41, second straight 12-0 regular season, and a school record 24th straight win.
Man, it was a good game, good hard-fought game, and understand they ain't let up at all. You know, the record they had, they ain't phased them at all. You know, it was a hard-fought game, and they came out to play.
You know, I would have done the same thing. You go win the game right there, no question. I have just great respect for this rivalry, and that's instantaneous. That's what I thought about is back in '86, '87 when Coach Bruce was here, coached his final game, and then the 10-year. You have a flashback of the great games that I've witnessed, and if I didn't witness in person, I certainly witnessed on TV.
Well, Ohio State now plays Michigan State in the Big Ten title game. It's next Saturday. A win and OSU might just make the national championship, or at worst, the Rose Bowl. The game can only be seen next Saturday, 8 p.m. on our sister station, Fox 45. Well, the Buckeyes' chances of making the BCS national title game improved thanks to Alabama missing a 57-yard field goal. Number 4 Auburn, Chris Davis fields it, and this is a crazy way to beat your rival. He goes 100-plus yards all the way back to knock off the top-ranked Tide. Auburn just might jump OSU in the BCS, but at least there's some question as to what might happen in the final weekend next weekend. Well, the high school football state semifinals wrapped up tonight. Coming up, we check in on the reigning state champs Coldwater. Could they advance to the title game? All right, welcome back. Time for a Saturday edition of Football Friday, brought to you by our sponsor, Donato's Pizza. The state semifinals wrapped up tonight across Ohio. We had 2 of the reigning champs looking to punch their tickets for a return to the big game. Marion Local won, and how about the defending champs Coldwater looking to make it back to the title game for a 5th straight time? West Jeff had other plans. The number 1 seed gets on the board. Logan Stepp keeps it himself around the end and in. West Jeff up 7-0, but Coldwater, high-powered offense. Brody Hoying to Adam Klosterman picks up some yards. Cavs on the move. Same drive to junior Hoying. Going to connect with fellow junior Derek Toby. Stretches for the end zone, and he gets in. Coldwater ties the game 7-7. Cavaliers would stop West Jeff. They get the ball back, and this is how you take control of the momentum. Quarterback Brody Hoying gets away, and he goes 84 yards to the house for the lead and for good. Coldwater headed back to the state championship with a 35-10 win. Also, Marion Local won tonight, so they'll be looking to three-peat next weekend at the state championships. Well, Wright State is unbeaten at home. Unfortunately, they will not be at home after today. They've got 4 straight road games on tap. Billy Donnan and the Raiders taking on Western Carolina at the Nutter Center. Reggie Arsenault doing it himself, stopping, popping the jumper for 2 of his 12. Then later in the half, a former CJ Eagle, Matt Vest. Good to see him on the court, healthy, cuts through the paint, flies to the 10, scores, plus he draws the foul. Raiders would start to pull away before halftime. It's going to be Vest on the move. Nice little dump off there to Jaron Young for the score. Wright State wins 85-77. Jackie, over to you.
Well, we have a final farewell tonight to our very own Nathan Baker. Coming up, a special send-off for our sports director. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back. It's a bittersweet night here at ABC 22. After more than 7 years, our own Nathan Baker is leaving us, but not without a heartfelt goodbye.
Hello, I'm Nathan Baker.
I remember when he got his first job, I was working at WLIO in Lima, and he was working there. That was back when we both had a lot more hair and a lot less gut. And one of the things that struck me was he was always really funny.
Nathan came our way in 2006.
Cincinnati Reds took care of a bullpen issue.
He's the best on-air person I've worked with. As far as anything goes, he can deal with it.
Rick DeLuciano's not only been directing Nathan's sportscast for a decade, they're good friends.
It's going to be crazy weird without him.
Nathan is second to none when it comes to covering sports in the Miami Valley. Just look at his highly viewed and respected Football Friday show, a well-oiled machine.
Welcome to Football Friday, sponsored by Donato's Pizza. I'm Nathan Baker.
Then there's the specials.
2 hours on the Reds, 2 hours on the Dragons, 3 hours on the Bengals. Go do it.
Kara Zinski, reporter turned executive producer, worked on plenty of them with Nathan.
He's such a professional and he's so good at what he does that it was easy to fill those shows and get good content for them, and it ended up being fun.
One of the best sportscasters I've worked with. He's smooth as glass, and our station is going to miss him dearly.
I'm going to miss him, making fun of him in his IFB and laughing with him.
I kept pushing it in the back of my mind, maybe he won't go, but it's just been a pleasure working with him for 7 years.
And a very, very, very good luck to you. It has been such a pleasure. I've been anchoring with you for the last year and a half, and we've had a ton of fun on the weekend.
The weekends have always been a blast. It's
Yeah.
great. We're like the ugly redheaded stepchild or something, but this is where it's fun. We always have such a great time, and we do so well. And I just want to thank you, everybody out there, my family, my friends who have been supportive of our crazy schedules, the hours that we work. This is completely based on the fact that I have a beautiful family at home. I want to hang out with them, but I've spent 7 years in my own hometown covering the teams that I love. It's been great to watch the players grow up, go to college, get in the communities. It's been really a blessing to be here, work for this station that's been so great to me, and I thank you for supporting me, welcoming me into your home. And I'll still be in the area. I'm going to sell some State Farm insurance in
There
Fairborn.
it is.
Call me.
There's the plug.
Please, call me.
We wish you the best. You're going to do wonderfully, but we will miss you.
care.
Tough night, tough upper lip. Have a great night.